Wagner with you on a Thursday, May 12th, and President Biden was in Chicago yesterday as part of a trip that he made to the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, touted what he called his economic achievements. He inherited what he described as an economy on the brink of a Great Depression, which seems kind of strange. And hit it,
Look at the
President.
economy today. 8.3 million jobs in my first 15 months in office, a record. The unemployment rate now stands at 3.6%, the fastest decline in unemployment, the start of any president's term on record.
It's really difficult to reconcile that with the fact that when he came in, they were coming out of COVID. The economy was just starting to heat up. Things were starting to get moving, and they had all these people that were waylaid because the government shut the economy down. Joining me in the Newsmaker line is Eric Peterson from Young Voices. And Eric, the president, in a speech even the day before that, he just laid it all out. It was a political speech. He was going after ultra MAGA Republicans, and really it's turned all of this into politics rather than trying to help the American people one way or the other. He's got a tough hand that he's been dealt in order to try to work through this. Why is he choosing the political rather than the policy route?
Well, it's hard to say exactly what President Biden's, strategy is, but certainly as he's dealing with something like inflation in America and are seeing higher prices at the grocery store. They're seeing higher prices in the gas line. There's a lot of economic uncertainty right now, so I think he's trying to go with the economic narrative that best suits him. And right now, that looks like the job numbers, because he is correct that our job numbers look good when it comes to unemployment rates. That there are still over 1.5 million Americans who are unemployed from where we were at February of 2020.
There are, and one of the difficulties with it is the Great Resignation, and the U6 unemployment is something that you're getting in the weeds when you talk about that. But those are the people who've basically said, "I give up, I'm done." There are a lot of people who've just walked away. Now, for the president in this case, and the Democrats heading into midterms, it almost seems if you're going to try to play the economic card, all of the polling says that maybe up to 2/3 of Americans trust the Republican Party rather than the Democrats led by the president in order to take care of the economy. How can he turn that into a positive?
Yeah, it's going to be a big lift, right? Generally, when presidents, their party has both houses of Congress and they're going in, they're generally going to lose anyway. But especially with inflation levels not seen since the Jimmy Carter administration and when President Biden was in Congress for the first time. I don't think he's going to try to turn it into a positive. I think what he's going to try to do is try to blunt it and make it less of a negative. And, like I said, the one hand he really has to play here are the jobs and people getting back to work. So it's very difficult to untangle how much of that has been due to his policies and how much it is in just the fact that we have vaccines and the lockdowns are over and people are getting back to work.
Yeah, Eric Peterson joining us, a commentator from Young Voices here on the morning show. And Eric, the one thing that he does not have specific power over is the levers at the Federal Reserve to control the interest rates. And if the Federal Reserve is going to try to get anything under control with Jerome Powell at the helm, they're going to have to crack down again with maybe another half point rise in the interest rates. But that could send the economy into a very tightening spiral, which would not be good for him 6 months away from the midterm elections.
Well, I think that's exactly right. If you're going to get inflation under control, it's going to require the Federal Reserve to sort of drastically hike rates. So we've been at historically low rates since the Great Recession under Obama's term, and they really haven't changed that much. So getting that up is going to be huge, and I think especially if you're looking at where the rates need to be. One of the reasons you saw GDP slow in the first quarter of this year, it's not because our economy didn't grow, but it was outpaced by inflation. So, if you want to see economic growth that actually means something to the American people, that means hiking rates and getting inflation down, down, down.
Eric Peterson, a commentator with Young Voices. Where do people find out more about your organization, what you do, Eric?
You can find us at youngvoices.org. Thank you so much for having me. It was great talking to you.
Great talking to you as well. Be well today. Thank you very much for your time. 6:21 now in the morning show. Doug Wagner with you.